Welcome back to my channel. I'm NDL Gamer. Today, we're diving into the heroes you should skip when summoning in DC Dark Legion. The goal is to save up your anvils for stronger heroes, like Joker if he returns in the future, or other high damage heroes. I'll go through them in the order the banners appear, so you'll know exactly who to pass on. I'll also explain in detail why you should skip certain heroes, and in some cases, why you might still want to pick them up. First up is Superman, the hero who appears at the launch of a new server. Since he's the very first hero available, you'll really need him early on for different game modes. Even though his survivability is pretty weak, his damage output is massive. That's why you should aim to upgrade him to 5 white stars to boost his survivability. His fourth skill increases his defense, but it requires pulling him twice. Ideally, you should push him to 3 green stars, like I did, to maximize his ultimate damage. If his banner comes back in the future, you can safely skip him.
I am
I know a
Superman.
lot of players
I've
criticize
got
him,
this.
but honestly, it's because he currently lacks proper support from the Superman family team. That's why he feels fragile. After Joker, we have Scarecrow. Honestly, you can skip him and save your resources for better heroes. He's a solid tank and pairs well with Joker, but after already spending your anvils on Superman and Joker, it's smarter to start saving up. If you really need an Arkham tank to support Joker, you can summon him and aim for 5 white stars, but if you're playing free to play, I recommend skipping him. Even though Scarecrow and Joker make a strong combo, with Scarecrow lowering spiritual defense and Joker stacking spiritual damage, I still think it's not worth it right now. Stick to saving because Scarecrow's banner will return again shortly after Hawkgirl's event.
Yikes.
Um, Next up is Deadstroke. As I mentioned yesterday, he's pretty strong and great for taking down enemies hiding in the backline like Joker, Constantine, and others. However, I still recommend skipping him. Even if you save all your anvils, it's unlikely you'll push Deadstroke far enough. At best, you might only reach 5 green stars or 1 purple star if you're lucky. It's better to hold off and wait for his banner to return later. If you really want to spend anvils for the Supreme event to earn some extra gems, it's smarter to use them on Scarecrow instead, since Scarecrow fits better into team comps. Deadstroke currently doesn't have a proper team to fully support him. If anything, he slightly boosts Sinestro because they're both part of the Legion of Doom, but honestly, you could easily find better alternatives. After Deadstroke comes Sinestro. You can try to summon him and aim for 5 white stars. The goal is to unlock his fourth skill, which lets him deal massive damage every time an enemy is defeated. The downside is that he works best when paired with 1 or 2 other Legion of Doom members to maximize his damage potential. Next is Zatana. You should definitely get her. She boosts ATK and physical defense, which is extremely valuable for your main damage dealers. However, if you're a free-to-play player, just aim for 5 white stars. Since her role is mainly support, it's better to save your anvils for heavy damage dealers. Reaching 5 stars unlocks her fourth skill, which provides great support for the JLD team, especially boosting Constantine, one of the best damage dealers in JLD. Right now, both the JLD and Arkham teams are among the most popular, so investing in Zatanna is definitely a choice you won't regret. After Zatanna, the next banner will feature Constantine. You should pour all your anvils into him. At minimum, aim for 5 white stars, but ideally upgrade him as high as you can. He has very strong damage output, and with Zatanna's support, he becomes even more powerful. I also recommend getting Raven for healing support, which will help maximize his damage potential through his fourth skill. The main drawback of this team is that it heavily relies on Constantine to deal damage. If he gets taken out, your entire team will likely collapse. After Constantine comes Hawkgirl. In my opinion, she's not strong enough to be a priority pick. Her main role is just defense and drawing enemy attacks. You can either get her to 5 white stars or simply skip her altogether. However, if you have a lot of spare anvils, you might want to upgrade her to 5 white stars just in case a future team synergy makes her more useful. It's better to save your anvils and wait to see if Nightwing is worth investing in, Or if previous heroes like Joker, Superman, or Constantine get rerun, then you can continue strengthening the ones that truly matter. There's also a strategy I call reverse thinking. While everyone else is rushing to invest in Joker,
Deathstroke is
Constantine,
here.
Superman,
So
and the
bring the
others,
body
you could
bags.
instead save all your anvils and pour them into Deadstroke. Of course, this means you'll have to start saving from the Superman banner, so you'll be weaker at the beginning, lacking strong heroes to clear the early game modes. You'll probably need about 2 months before you can seriously invest in Deadstroke, and if you're really lucky, you might even reach the gold star level. This could give you a huge advantage later on, potentially surpassing players who focused on being strong early, like I did. However, the big risk is that you may struggle to complete events and earn fewer resources during those 2 months. Personally, I still plan to summon every hero and raise all of them to 5 white stars. I enjoy collecting heroes, and I also want to experiment with different team combinations for making videos. I believe that every hero has their own value in specific situations. So for me, I'll summon them all. You can either follow my path if you also enjoy collecting, or stick to the strategy I shared earlier if you want to get stronger faster than other players. Thank you for watching the video until the end. I'll see you in the next one. If you disagree with anything, feel free to leave a dislike or comment below. I'll either make improvements or argue back just for fun. If you found the video helpful and enjoyable, please give it a like and leave a positive comment to keep me motivated to create more content. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to support me. Goodbye, and see you again.
Time to cry! The single most important piece of ammunition is your voice.